it's Alison from Let Love Bloom. How are you all today? I know I've been pretty quiet on Facebook and social media for the last maybe month or two. So much has been going on, and I literally just feel now it's so important to talk about this topic of freeze mode with you all. It's been something that is just comes up all the time with my clients, and even something within me. So that's why I know that it's really important to share about this today, and to maybe it can really help you understand some of the unconscious ways that you're programmed in times of stress, your coping and survival techniques. So many of you might have heard of that term fight or flight. You might not have heard of it, but fight and flight is often used as a term to describe a stress response for people. So in times of stress, people can often respond in a few different ways. They can either instantly be triggered to stand up and fight. So imagine being, primitive reflexes, or our primitive response to attack or trouble or stress is to fight back. Or there's the other way of flighting and running away, say, from, being attacked or a stress. So you can imagine back in, primitive times, often people talk about the analogy of being faced with a saber-toothed tiger, back in prehistoric times. What are you going to do? Are you going to either, stand up and fight this, saber-toothed tiger, or are you just going to run away? And then there's another response that, many people often take as well, and that is the freeze mode response. It's literally just like the deer caught in headlights, that deer caught in headlights response, where if I just stay really still and play dead, then the danger might just pass. And so it's been really important that I wanted to talk about this today, because I see it so many times, and I know that in the past I used to have more of a fight and flight response. Usually, hi Kathy, so nice to have you join me online. But I know that in my younger years, when I was a child or a teenager, for me, I was probably more of a fight or flight kind of response. But then during my adulthood, or probably since I've had children, fighting or running away hasn't been, the option anymore. So what the hell do you do? So the only option left then is to just shut down or go into freeze mode. And that as well, I've realized, can be really, really debilitating, because many times people haven't shifted back out of that freeze mode, and it can linger in your nervous system for a long, long time, and can actually start to make people feel, demotivated, or lack of energy, or depressed, or anxiety. Because if you can imagine, just imagine in your life, there's been some real stress or trauma. And maybe you can now think about the way that you've dealt with that, and just go within for a minute and just think about, has there been any traumas in your life where you haven't known how to deal with, that you have gone into this panic mode and freeze mode? So I know for me that in the last few years, or, even the last 10, 15 years, there has been things in my life that have traumatized me or come out of the blue that I haven't known how to deal with. I haven't been able to stand up and fight. I haven't been able to run away. And so this freeze mode response has started to kick in. And if you can imagine a deer caught in headlights, if you can imagine just going into this freeze mode, what that does to your energy field, what does that do to your heart? What does that do to your emotions going into freeze mode? They literally have to shut down. Have you ever been in a fight with someone when someone might have been yelling at you or angry with you, and you've literally just shrunk and said nothing and then gone away and haven't processed it properly? So this is the freeze response that I see many people struggling to shift back out of. And again, being left in this freeze response stage for too long can really start to affect your, health, your mental state, your emotions, and the way you interact in the world. It can cause, when you're being in the freeze mode response, people start to sometimes isolate themselves. It can be like they can find that they don't want to socialize so much anymore. And this is especially true for empaths who really struggle sometimes to be out in the world where they're constantly sometimes being triggered, or they're, sorry about that. And what do we do about it? So one of the best things that I love to do is a little emotional freedom technique, or tapping, because tapping on acupressure points in your body instantly starts to connect to the amygdala part of the brain and the stress response, and it calms all that cortisol and adrenaline and helps you move through things. So I just thought I'd share a quick round of tapping with you today for anyone who's identifying with being stuck in freeze mode and that their energy is literally shrunk into a tiny little ball. So, and they don't know how to shift it or expand their energy back out again because they don't know if they feel safe to do that yet. All right, so what we do with tapping, and I know many of you have done it with me before or experienced it, all we do is we tune into our body and we think about something from our past that has caused us to react in this freeze mode response. And I just want you to intuitively allow your body and your heart to come forward and to just bring forward a memory of something that your body is still not at peace with from the past. And it might have been a recent thing, or it could have even been something from 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Again, these are all the little files and folders that are open in our brain, like our computer desktop, that haven't been shut down properly. So I just want you to all kind of tune into your body, and if you can remember a trauma from your past where you have not known what to do or cope, and literally been like a deer caught in headlights. And then I just want you to tune into your body, and if you were to ask your body how it still feels, the fear, and just rate it out of 0 to 10, 10 being high. Normally it's like quite high, like a 7, 8 or 9, or even a 10 out of 10 when you think about that memory or that experience. And then where do you feel that fear in your body? Just tune into your body. Where is your body storing that memory and fear? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your whole body? And then we're just going to tap on these acupressure points to release and to switch off some of that fight and flight and freeze mode. So we start by tapping here and just follow me. And I'm going to get you just to say some simple words and phrases. And I just want you to say, even though when I think about this traumatic experience, I still feel really anxious and upset. And I just didn't know what to do. I can feel it in my whole body, shutting down. All this fear, all this panic and fear, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have all this fear and panic still stored in my body from this memory in the past, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. One more time. Focusing on the fear. Even though I still feel so much fear and panic when I think about this memory, I was just so fearful. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, so we tap in here and I want you to say all this fear, all this panic and fear that's been trapped in my body. When I think about this memory, I just feel trapped in fear. Just didn't know what to do. I was just under the arm here, frozen in fear. All this fear. Feeling so panicked and frozen. And I just didn't know what to do. And I hate not knowing what to do. All this fear, all this panic and fear, not knowing what to do, just frozen in fear. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, so now I just want you to take a deep breath in. And breathing out. Just breathing in and breathing out. And then just tuning into your body. Just noticing how your body feels. You might feel lightheaded or you might feel a little bit tingly. It's just all the blocked chi and energy now just starting to flow around your body. And I just want you to breathe, and I just want you to imagine your feet on the ground. Just bringing your awareness down to your feet on the ground. And this is just another little extra thing I just find really helpful to help us ground and release the stress and fear. And I now just want you to imagine the ground beneath you or the chair beneath you that you're sitting on just easily and happily supporting the weight of your body. And then just say, show me what that looks and feels like. I just want you to imagine your feet on the ground and the earth beneath you and the ground beneath you. Happily and lovingly supporting you and your body in this moment. And just imagine all the stress and fear and anxiety just flowing down your body, out your leg, down your legs, out the bottom of your feet into the ground. And just breathing out all that cortisol and stress out your feet into the ground. And just noticing how that's making your body feel. And then I just want you to imagine if you were like a little tree or a plant and you had roots growing out the bottom of your feet, how long or short would they feel? Just use your imagination. Just bringing your awareness down to your feet on the ground. And if you had roots growing out the bottom of your feet, how long or short would they feel? And for many of you, they might feel really, really short. That's because you've been in fight and flight or freeze mode, getting ready to run or fight or just frozen in fear. So now I just want you to imagine giving these roots beneath your feet permission to grow really long and deep into the ground. I now just want you to imagine giving those roots permission to grow deep and to form this really deep supportive root system beneath your feet. And I now just want you to imagine and say, if I had a really strong root system beneath my feet, show me what that would look and feel like. And then just notice how that makes you feel. And the truth is that sometimes, many times, we've had experiences in people where we've felt really let down, betrayed, abandoned, unsupported, which can leave you in a state of anxiety and lack of support, feeling like you have to be responsible for everyone and everything. And that's not healthy, and it's no longer serving you for your highest good. So I now just want you to imagine being a little tree and these roots now growing deeper into the earth. And I now just want you to, we're going to connect and we're going to flip being into the receptive mode. And I now just want you to imagine all these vital nutrients and pure positive energy from the earth beneath you just flowing into your roots. And now I just want you to imagine beautiful Mother Earth beneath you, the beautiful, abundant, pure positive energy and vital nutrients of the earth beneath you flowing into those roots and up into your feet. Just noticing how that makes you feel with all this pure positive energy now flowing into your feet. And I now just want you to watch and imagine and allow it flowing up your legs, into your hips. And all you have to do is allow and receive this activation of grounding support flowing back into your body, feeling it flow into your stomach, into your organs, up into your heart, chest and lungs, letting it flow down your arms and up into your head, and letting it expand now up and out of your whole body. And just keep affirming and noticing how this makes you feel. Say for me now, I am the me that is safe and lovingly supported in this world. Show me what that looks and feels like. And then just notice how that makes you feel. We're literally triggering and tricking your brain to jump into the back seat, take a back seat, and to refocus and feel what it feels like to have awareness of support beneath you. And then I just want you to tune into your body now. And I want you to say again, I am the me that is happy, safe, and supported. Show me what that feels like. And I now just want you to imagine asking yourself, what one thing do I need to do today to continue to help me move forward in my life for my highest good? And just listen, what's the first thing that your body and heart and higher self is calling you to do today to step forward in your life for your highest good? And hopefully just one thing has come up. Sometimes it's just your body saying to breathe. Sometimes it's just saying, don't do that, do this. Sometimes it's just saying, take a moment to appreciate yourself and to stop being so hard and critical on yourself. That is your heart and soul and spirit that has been stuck back there in freeze mode, now being integrated back into your body. So you are now more aligned. Not judge. Perfect, Kathy. It is so easy that judgment creeps back into our mind and our awareness and how much we judge ourselves. And even that can trigger us into freeze mode. If we've grown up with judgmental people around us, then it's very much we start absorbing that and judging ourselves too. So the simple fact of stop judging others and yourself can literally help your little nervous system breathe again and not feel and come out of freeze mode. Well, last thing, I just always like to finish my little clearings with thank you, thank you, thank you. It instantly tricks my brain out of judgment and worry and fear to now start to scan my world and body for gratitude by just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes it's these little games that we need to learn how to trick our little brain out of where it's stuck. And it's amazing how many times we can be stuck or re-triggered into our 10-year-old self, our 5-year-old self, our 21-year-old self. And we need to shut that down and call that piece back in to our body today. All right, so I hope that has helped many of you today to understand what freeze mode is and how freeze mode literally shrinks us into this little tiny ball where we can't possibly be an empowered being in our life and manifest a beautiful, happy, abundant, successful, precious, healthy, happy life. So retrieve all your little sparks inside you and come back to love today. All right, so let love bloom. Just let love bloom again within you. Forgiveness and just be less judgmental. All right, well, thank you all. Bye, Kathy. Bye, Luke. Thank you, everybody else, for tuning in. I'd love you to share this little video with anybody if you think it can help. But if there's any other help that you would need, I'd love you to reach out and give me a call. You can go to my website, www.letlovebloom.com.au. I have an online booking system. If anyone would like to book an appointment with me, I'm in clinic Tuesday, Wednesdays and Saturdays, but I also do phone sessions and Skype sessions as well if you can't make it in to see me. So much love to you. Bye.